Hello, Sakura. How's that going? Pretty good. I'm about to have a meeting with the manager. So I'm just waiting, basically. Awesome. Mm. Mm? Cool? Oh, it broke everything. Wait a minute. Okay, whatever. I'll clean it up later. Interview, waiting room. Yeah. Like it's not gonna be a technical interview, right? So there is nothing to worry about. But tomorrow it's gonna be technical, so I guess it's gonna be like, why don't use my time, right? If I have time, why don't use it? Also, it was scheduled like uh, an hour-long meeting, and I just have no idea what we'll be talking about for the whole hour. What are you seeing? You do in 5 years? This that's an interesting question. I don't know. It's hard to answer. Why do you want to work at our company? Oh, I mean like on the questions on the interview. Like it's I don't know. It's kind of silly. Like those questions, kind of funny. Like I honestly don't believe that anything I'll say on them will make a huge difference. Like I'll just answer what I think. Like I clearly don't see, like 5 years is such a huge amount of time. I just have no idea what is gonna be in 5 years. Like considering the technological progress we have right now, the world can be just so different in 5 years. It's like I can't even imagine how different it's gonna be. And even 14 Mobile 3, no, please. I hope that's the least possible variant, the least possible option. Even if it not seem like that, but I hope it's so. I hope it's the least possible. I know, like, who the fuck will ask you? Like, only if you want, like, debate about something abstract, like, how the world is gonna be in 5 years. Like, obviously, if just ask about my future, right? Like far future. Obviously, I just want to have a lot of money, do things I really love, have a healthy, great family, right? And like so on. It's like, I mean, if you ask me about particular things I would want to do, I'll just answer the things I would like to do now, right? So it's not like it's not, it does not represent what I'll want in a 5 years. It just represents what I want to do right now. So it's kind of a weird question. About why do you want to work at our company? It's like, I mean, uh, Pure Storage, the company I'm uh, going through interview in. As far as I know, it's pretty good. Money, you can earn money in various ways. That's the problem. Like you can't answer that way. Like you can, but it's a silly answer. Like, every company pays money. As far as I know, they have a pretty good culture. Like really, not not like impressively good, right? But above average. And personally, it's not like, I mean, earning a lot of money is cool, but it means nothing if you don't really enjoy your work, right? If you get absolutely, if you have to force yourself to visit your job, it's like miserable experience no matter how many money do you earn, right? You're also doing algorithm funny. You're also doing algorithm funny? What do you mean? Why would you need run function for each position? I mean this one? Which function? I don't get it. N. No, okay. Oops, here we go. But it's top 82, like max vowels. There is no function as max vowels. Do you talk about this one? Oh, max vowels, wait. It's a function I should complete. It's, yeah, it's like the one I was given. How do you do it? So it's a sliding window, right? Section. And basically what I'm doing is a sliding window. There are, I suppose you know the problem, or do you? Like, anyway, where is it? So you have basically a string and a line of a window, and you have to find the maximum amount of vowels you can get in that window, right? So you can basically just move your window and output the maximum amount of vowels in one window. What am I doing is basically just counting vowels at the first window, and then I'm just checking, I'm moving window one byte. I'm checking the last byte is the previous one, which is no longer the part of the window, right? The last one, which is the part of the window, is the first, which is not the part. And if we lost the vowel, I just make current minus minus. If we added vowel to the window, I just make current plus plus. And then I recalculate the best one. And that's it. So that way you don't have like to check vowels every window, like every character in every window. You just check the size of the window. I'm also curious. Okay, I'm not that curious actually. I would rather just make another problem. So you're doing it as I was thinking. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, I suppose. If only I knew what you were thinking. Given a binary array nums and an integer k returns the maximum number of consecutive ones. What does consecutive mean? So it's like a sequence, right? They go one by one. in an array if you can flip. Okay, let's remember. Given a binary array nums and an integer k, return the maximum number of consecutive ones. Okay, in the array if you can flip at most k zeros. Oh, okay, I see. That's difficult. Or is it? Okay. Wow. Okay, I have an idea. So we use k as a counter, and every one we meet a zero, we just subtract one from this counter. And at the point when the counter is zero, we can no longer extend the window, right? Wouldn't it be better have a list of vowels, indexes, and count when index is out of bound? Wouldn't it be better have a list of vowels, indices, count minus... What do you mean vowels, indices? When indices is out of bound. But how do you get that list? Like you'll need to go through the whole list one time to get every index of the vowel. Plus you'll have to allocate additional memory to store those vowels, because you have no idea how much vowels are in the string, right? Then after you did it, you will check window and you will have to compare it to... Okay, if you'll sort slice, you probably not need, it's gonna be faster, but you'll still need to compare the index with your slice, right? And I would just assume it's gonna be much longer. I can't tell for sure, but it sounds like it's gonna be longer. Plus, it's just unnecessary complication. Like, you need memory only for k indices. What do you mean only for k indices? Why? Wouldn't it be better have a list of vowels, indices, and count minus one when index is out of bound? Plus, you find indices dynamically. But what's the point? Like, why would I store those indices? I can just... Is it? It's... You... Okay, so... This one is not gonna be... It's definitely not gonna be faster because you store them. Like... There is such a thing called cache, right? Which makes a huge impact on performance. And when you have a lot of scenes, when you memorize a lot of scenes and you recall them, it always requires your CPU to call the memory. And when you do that too much, it just can't store everything in a cache, and it will allocate it from cache level 1 to level 2 to level 3 until it's gonna go until the RAM, right? And just checking at the current moment without using any memory. So you can check if it's vowel without allocating anything. It's always gonna be faster than asking memory if it's the same indices. If, like, just using constant is faster than indexing array. Like, checking is vowel a vowel, it's just two integer comparison. It's like blazingly fast. There is nothing faster than that. Pretty much. Plus, like in my solution, I'm not sure if compiler can't optimize it. But anyway, I'm using switch instead of slice. So my first iteration was like just slice an array of vowels and for loop which will go through an array and compare it to each value if it's a vowel or not. I hope Go compiler would optimize it to something like that, but I can't tell if it's gonna do that, so I just wrote it this way. And as far as I know, switch statements automatically compiler converts them to something like hash table, and they're like amazingly fast. It's like minimal amount of computation to check this. It's faster than if statement, if I'm not mistaken. Like, so if you have like chain if statement. How can I solve that? Okay, so we are going. We have counter. We meet 0, we subtract 1, subtract 1, subtract another one. Nice, so our counter is 0 now. We go in until we meet another 0, and that's our best option, right? We got the best we got the best option. After what we should skip until here, right? So we're going from the very beginning until we meet 0. After meeting 0, we are going until we meet 1, and we add to the counter +1 for every 0 we met. Something like that. We don't have branches of code and switch, just return. It wouldn't optimize much. It's basically one if A or I or, yeah. I mean, yeah, but like, if I'm not mistaken, writing like if A or I or you and so on return true, it will like require one instruction per each if, and in case it's gonna be checking everything is gonna be 1 or 2 instructions. I can be wrong because like I'm not really an expert on such deep level, but that's as far as I can tell. Okay, you know what? I'm curious. Okay, so what is the question? Will isn't switch statement be faster than using if one if or iterating over an array of vowels? In a context of Go and C compilers and code Go. I would assume it should be pretty accurate for such questions. Okay, let's break down the performance implications of this approach in Go and C for checking if character is a vowel. General principles: compiler optimization. Modern compilers, Go's GC, C's GCC clang, are very sophisticated. Yeah, they can often transform different looking source. Okay, that's interesting. Small number of comparisons. We are dealing with only 5 vowels. This small number limits the potential for complex optimization. Also makes the simple sequence comparison very fast. Okay, branch prediction. Modern CPUs have branch prediction. Yeah, if one vowel is significantly more common than the other in your input data, the prediction might learn that path, making the specific comparison faster. Yeah, I also had something similar in a how's it called? Advent of code. There was a problem in which if I was comparing one letter first, like the most often occurred letter first, it was much faster. Overhead looping has a small overhead, initializing counter, incrementing, checking bounds, yeah. Function calls have overhead, though likely inline, yeah. Array access involves memory lookup. switch versus if statement. For the specific case, 510 modern compilers are likely to generate extremely similar or even identical machine code. The performance difference, if any, will likely be immeasurable. Okay. Switch if the switch if version likely to be marginally faster than reinter. Okay. For Go, switch is very idiomatic and readable. The single if with or is also perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. How is this one? Okay, let's just write. I'll try my first attempt. Counter equals k. Is it a sliding window, really? I want to solve it with 2 pointers. I will solve it. Is there a scene for Go that shows compiled code like for C? There is, but it's not. It doesn't work the same way. Because like code you compile, C code you compile is just basically the instruction implementation of what you wrote in C, right? So it's like one-to-one compilation to machine code, pretty much most of the time. With Go, it also adds a huge runtime to it, because there is like coroutines which are managed by runtime. There is garbage collector, so because of that it's a huge binary. But yeah, there are some programs that allow you to see specific instructions. If I'm not mistaken, even Go can show you instructions, by the way. Go show instructions of compiled binary. Golan. Go's assembler. Go to compile minus s x.go, and it shows you just the instructions. That's cool. Go build. Okay, so you got the executable. Go tool object dump minus s main.main x.exe, and you can read it even from the binary. It is really cool. I would want to play around with it some moments. Okay. I'm doing left and right. 0, 0. Okay. For nums l equals 0, l plus plus. Right. and L less than oh, okay, I can just do it that way. If L equals len of k minus 1, return 0. R equals L. Okay, so here L minus minus, right? Because we want to get step back. Because right now we're at the 1. Yeah, that way. So now we're here, like L is 0 and R is 1. No, we don't want to make step back, right? We want to stay at 1. Now for R not equal, I guess len of nums, right? Minus 1. And then R plus plus. If nums R equals 1, not 1 but 0. Counter minus minus. Then if counter equals 0, we need best 0. But we don't count current, right? Current. R plus plus. We can, I don't need current, I can just R minus L. What should I return? The maximum number of consecutive ones in an array. Okay, yeah, so I have to return 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Best equals max, not defined but equals best and R minus L. Then we're doing this one. For L equals 1, we're increasing it. I guess I should dedicate a function for that. For skipping numbers. Whatever, I'm too lazy for that. It's not like I'm gonna maintain this code for years, right? So we skipped until 0. Now it's 0. What we're doing now, is skipping all the zeros, but every time we count L plus and counter plus. What is the idea here? So basically, okay, I'm gonna take the fresh one. So by default we have counter which equals to k. We start at the first moment we meet 1, right? So L equals 1 and R equals 1. After that we just go move R fuser. So L is for left and R is for right, just so you know. We're moving R fuser until we run out of counter. So if it's 1, we just move it. If it's 0, we make counter minus minus. And if counter is 0, right? So we out of moves. We can no longer turn zeros into ones. We save it as the best if it is the best, and then we move in left until we like here is gonna be this moment. So this 0 we can no longer transform into 1, right? Replace it with 1. After reaching this 0, what it will do, by the way, I guess I forget. Wait. Yeah, I need to extend it. Okay, whatever. So at this point, when I can no longer extend it to 0, I'll move left. I guess I should move it only until 1, 0. And then move it right here, yeah. And so that way I'll just always move 2 parts when I need to. I guess. I mean, it should work, I hope. Plus. If nums R equals 0, counter minus minus, right? It should be and nums equals 0. No, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, right? I should continue, right? Yep, continue. You cut out most left ones that was 0 and ones before it and flip next one. You cut out most left one that was 0, right? And ones before it and flip next one. Why do you need to start at 1? You can start flipping zeros right at the beginning. That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's actually true. That's actually true. In fact, it should, yep. So, I'm increasing R. If it's 0, I just subtract from counter and move to the next loop, to the next iteration. Looks good to me. I guess I can do it other way around. Can make it just, if it equals 1, I just continue, right? And here it's no longer equals 1, so I make counter minus minus. And then okay, that's the problem. I need, like, it's gonna stop right here, but I need to go further. So I need to check if counter minus 1, right? I guess that's reasonable. I need to wait until it's -1. Or I can increase k. Whatever, we'll check after. Okay, counter equals -1. There minus minus. Best. Yeah, we define best. Then what we're doing then, we have to skip 1 0, right? We need to move L until we skip 1 0. So we skip all ones. So until it's not equal 0, we just why k? Why is it k? It's not k. I'm doing something wrong here. It's L. No, wait. It's nums. Nums, right? Yeah. That's weird. So at this point we are at a 0. We found one, and we need to skip it to L++, counter plus plus. And then we just move on. Right? Right, seems good to me. Missing return, okay. Turn best. Index out of range. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. For L less than len. And then if I should increase only at the end, right? I struggle so hard. Okay. Nums. If L equals len of nums, or where is R? R equals len of nums, I just return best. Let's try it out. Time limit exceeded, nice. Okay, so let's do it once again. We have L and R here, right? So we increase R. Why do you check L? Because I increase it here. You stop at R equals len of nums. But this case it can it surpass ARM? I guess there is should be an edge case when, I don't know, it's all zeros or all ones. Can't tell for sure. If k is 1, for instance. Why would left be more than R? That's a good question, but I don't know. Maybe there is an edge case. It's just to be safe. It's not like it's gonna be. Like, anyway, it doesn't work. Like, it's not a problem right now. This is L, this is R, right? Then we check if nums R equals 1, we continue, then it doesn't equal 1, right? So what we're doing, we make counter minus minus, and then we continue, right? We have two in counter, so it's 1. Then we do it here, now it's 0 in counter. We're doing it here, so now it's minus 1, we come here, we doing a step back, we're doing our best, so it's 5. Then for L, and L doesn't equal 0. Why am I doing that? Equals 1. Just do L++, L++, doesn't equal 1. So at this point, for some reason, I'm doing one more. Yeah, I should do one more. L++, right? So we are here. And counter plus, so counter is now 0. So at this point, L is here, as well as R is here. Is your right points to the index of the last one or index 1 after that? Of the last one. I guess. It should. Okay, we have L and R here as the index 4. What we're doing next? We're just increasing R, counter minus minus. We're going through all of that. It doesn't save, and now L is here and R is here, right? What we're doing after that, we're increasing R is equals 1, so we continue, and it stops here. And it is 6, which is the best one. Counter minus minus at this point. Oh, wait. No, wait. Huh? 1, 2. Is there something wrong about it? Like, if you have L equals 1 and R equals 3, it's len of 3. Yeah. You have R minus L equals 2. Okay, I mean like that. Okay, but yeah, that's true, but it's currently not the problem. The problem is that it never exits the loop, right? So it does it indefinitely. Never reaches the end. Off by 1 error. Yeah, I mean, it can be easily fixed. I'm not sure, like, why it does that. Like, we're doing until we reach the end. I'm so confused. Yeah, I guess I see. I have to restructure it in some way. What is the default condition? How long do we do it? Until r equals... Until r is out of bounds, right? So the moment r is out of bounds, yeah, we return the best. I also need to count best here, but I'll do it later. I need to find out the reason why it doesn't work. So I guess the reason is because r doesn't increase. Like, what could be the other reason? R just stays at the same place, like indefinitely. However, the first thing we do in this loop is increasing r. Okay, we're also decreasing r here. Let's try not to do that. Just try that out. Okay. Out of range, right? Wait. Huh? How is it even? Oh, my bad. Okay. 11, 10. Yeah, so should be +1 here, right? Okay, let's go from the beginning. How does it work? This case doesn't work, right? So what we're doing? Just going and simulating the algorithm. R is here. We check if we have to exit. Oh, I guess... No, it's not the case. It's not the case. Nums equals 1, we continue, but it's not 1, right? Wait. We have two zeros right now converted to 1, but counter is equal. Okay, so what we have to do now is if nums L equals 0, counter minus minus. Okay, here we go. Okay, new test case. Let's check it out. So k is 0. Wait. Why does it return 0? Okay. Okay. R++. Okay, so we are here. R++. If it's 1, we continue. If not, we making counter minus minus, so it's -1 right now. Right? We are doing this one. Then we move left. So now left is fuses and R. Go up, please. Okay, so I guess it should be until we reach the R, right? I have counter at -1 and then -2. Yeah. But why would... Oh. No, it's not how it should work. Actually, it's not. I guess this is the problem, I would say. Because we're doing until and L equals than R, less than R. Less equal, I guess, yeah. Let's try it out. Ah, never mind. Equals 1. Okay, I guess I can just add it here, right? L less equal than R. Okay, still doesn't work. Once again. First if. So it's -2 here, right? So it doesn't move L. I see. It's just REPL plus, yep. But what should I do about it? Probably move this up, right? That would make sense. Continue. No, it remove first if and begin with counter -1. Yeah, exactly. Remove first if and begin with counter -1. Wait. It's probably not gonna work. Move counter -. To the beginning. Check for 0. Okay, now it gets way too confusing. Let's start from the very beginning, right? So the problem is, it doesn't work because counter is -2 at this point, right? What should we do about that? Like, let's say there's a problem. Why counter is -2? Because it starts with 2 zeros and we have occupied 2 zeros, right? So what we should do? We should not move R if counter is -1. We just should not do that. Right. I guess there are a better way to do that, but let's just do it this way. If counter equals -1, not equal R++, right? It doesn't work. So counter -. So we have, oh, no, it's okay. We have both L and R here. We skip this one. If nums, oh. What am I doing? Wait, does it matter? Probably doesn't matter, but that's right. Index out of range. Okay, subs new. Just get it back. Okay. Does it break previous tests? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's nice. So we don't move R. It's both L and R on the first one. Then if nums R equals 1, we continue. It doesn't equal 1, so we don't continue. Counter -. Why? I see why. Okay, I fucked up if statements, like seriously fucked up everything. It's just really hard to reason about this loop. I guess I have the best I can do is to redo it from the very beginning, right? I have to move R until counter is not 0. The moment is 0, I have to move L until we can increase counter, right? I guess the best option, I would do like that if nums R equals 1, continue, if counter more than 0, counter minus minus, continue. If nums R equals 1, continue, if counter more than 0, counter why if counter more than 0, counter minus minus? You should like decrease it only if it is equal 0. If it's not counter equal 0, but nums are equal 0. Oh, okay, because we continued. Okay, it's 0. It's 0. If counter. Okay, that makes sense. And we flip it. Yeah, that actually makes sense. So if nums are equals 1, continue, right? And then if here it's no longer 1, it's no longer 1. If counter more than 0, counter minus minus, continue. Nice. At this moment the counter is okay. I would rather increase it at the very beginning, at the very end, I guess. That's probably what I should do. Okay, here R is 0 and counter is 0, right? So what we do, we are increasing L. And when we run out of flips to do, we remove left most flip. Yeah, so it's 100% 0. Wait, but it stays on the last 0, but it's okay, I guess. So at this point, I should save best, right? Then I move L until it equals 1. But it's not what I want, right? I wanted to move one more 0. Like, I need to skip 1 0. Until it equals 0, right? That should work, I guess. No, that's right. So I'm skipping it until it's 1. Okay, I skip 1 indefinitely anyway, right? And then I'm skipping until if there are ones after that, I skip all of them. Or should I? Probably shouldn't, right? No, I should 310, right? 310. What does it mean? There is no guarantee that L is 0 right now. And then nums L not equal 0, so it equals 1. You go till that 0. Should I? Like, if L is here right now, right? What if I can just go one more and stay here, right? I can 310 here, and imagine that there are like dozens of ones here, so I should not go until 0. I should just 1 more 0. Only one. Not all until it's 0. Only 1 0. There are two cases. If we are already on 0, so we can just do L++, or we are on the, or L is 1 and we can skip all the ones until it's 0, right? So if nums L equals 0, we just make L++, counter ++, continue. How do I write continue? Okay. If it's not 0, it equals 1. That means until it's 1, we just iterate over it. So if it's 0, we go and L equals this one. But it doesn't free the 0. Okay, I guess what is gonna be better? If it's equals 1. Yeah, something like that. I guess it should work. So, if it's 0, we just skip all this loop. We just increase L because it's 0. And counter ++. Nice. If it's 1, if we here, we just keep all the ones until it's 0. And we have to free up the 0, so we make L++, right? So this 0 is now free. And because of that, we add to counter. And nums L++ not equal 0. Where, like... Huh? And nums L++ not equal 0? What do you mean? It seems like done, isn't it? So we skip once, we min the wall. At this point, we save best. Then we skip all the ones for L and increase it. Then we're doing all the same. However, I don't check if R is more than len. That's the problem. I can do it right here. R less than len of nums, I guess. What? I got extra parentheses, right? Hello, Infermigo. How's it going? Index out of range. Index out of range, okay. Why is that? Oh, because of this one, right? Right? And L less than R. Big changes, big changes. Что? What do you mean? VBU? I have no idea what does VBU stands for. What VBU stands for. What about you? Okay. I'm good. I have a meeting with the manager in like a bit more than an hour. I'm helping you learn so many slangs, you're welcome. Thank you, thank you. Like, honestly, this one is so primitive, I should probably use that. Anyway, so I have a meeting with the manager like in an hour. And it's not gonna be a technical interview, so I was just bored and tried to solve some lead code for tomorrow interview, right? A meeting with manager, you got hired? That's the problem. I didn't, like, for some reason, like I have 2 more rounds of technical interview, but like there were 2 rounds. Now today I have a meeting with the manager, and then tomorrow and on Friday I have 2 more rounds. It's so, I know, it's so weird. Like, wish you the best of luck. Thank you. Like, I don't know what to expect. Like, it's gonna be an hour long meeting, and I just really don't know what we're gonna talking about. Like, Sakura had some funny questions as an idea. What are you seeing you doing in 5 years? What do you want? Why do you want to work at our company? Like, but I guess this should not be a problem. I'm more like, I'm a bit anxious about salary negotiation because I never had one, and I just not so sure what to expect. Like, I've prepared. Uh, I looked looked for the salaries in Prague, in Europe. So I'm pretty ready, but it's still something new for me, so I can tell exactly what it's gonna be. Okay. I have to find what's the problem. 710. Whoa. My camera just dies from time to time. Well, the big changes that I had are the fact that after long consideration and talking to various people, my family has decided to accept the fact that Europe is the best option for me to move towards Canada. We have heard not so good things. Yeah, Germany is the ultimate place now to go to. So let's see what happens. Okay. So majority of the embedded systems are in Germany compared to Canada. Is it really that bad in Canada? Like, obviously, after everything that USA did to Canada, right? Like, it's probably tough, but I had no idea it's that bad. I mean, it's great to hear. Maybe we'll meet next year. If you have LinkedIn, you can search up on jobs, search embedded systems in Germany, location, and Canada. Oh. Embedded systems. Canada. LinkedIn. I fucked it up. 4 plus K. 5K, right? Germany. There is no LinkedIn because no one uses LinkedIn in Europe. 500, I don't know, like 200. Embedded systems, Germany. Okay, 16.5k, right? Canada. Oh, okay, I see, 5k. Yeah, interesting, really interesting. Okay, backend developer. Canada search. What the hell? There is obviously something wrong about it. In no way there are only 300 jobs in whole Canada. Isn't Germany in crisis? The GDP barely growth for the last years. Politics they are done that actually cause economic disaster. Actually, I also hear something like that. But like, the problem is, Sakura, that it's like the problem not only Germany has that problem, you know. It's like it's hard to find a country which grows right now. Compared to Qatar, they're still doing better. They're having house increases. Yeah. China, okay, maybe China is the only one which does good. Russia, I wouldn't say that. Like, I'm not sure if Russia is like as far as I can tell, ruble is always going down. Euro to ruble. Okay, actually. So that's the moment where the war has begun, right? Okay, it goes slightly down, only slightly, right? But like other than that, I don't know. There is not such level. Okay, I guess I can tell about that. I'm not that educated about that, so I would rather not tell anything. I want to move towards embedded systems. Robotic engineer Germany is one of the ideal places for that. Well, in Canada, AI web app developers tend to earn more, to be honest. Why the hell there are 300 jobs for backend developer in the whole Canada? Is it okay? Germany. 400. There is something wrong about backend developer title. Software engineer. Germany, 25,000. Canada. 11k? Seriously? Is it that bad? I don't even know that, to be honest. No one lives in Canada. 40 million population. But it's not that small amount, like really. 40 million is okay. Isn't it? Like, okay, if we'll talk about countries like China or India, obviously it's gonna be a lot of people, but in average it's not a small amount. Germany population. Wow, double the amount? Seriously? Czech Republic. Okay, yeah, 10 millions, makes sense. I guess USA has like 300 millions, isn't it? Let's say population. It's 300. Yeah, it's 340. Yeah, 300 plus. No way! Big boys, yeah. Okay, UK population, I'm curious. UK has less people than Germany? Seriously? Whoa. I started 26. France. 68. Spain. 48, wow. China. India surpasses China? Ain't no way. if Canada had the same type of population, I think it would do better for sure, but Canada has some social hierarchy issues these days. What do you mean by social hierarchy issues? What do you guys recommend? You came here like two experts sits here, know everything about single country, know the demographic of every single country. Like, bro, seriously saw that there are like 100 million people in USA, and you ask us what would we recommend to move, to which country to move? I mean, like, everything I can tell, I would rather choose something from Europe. Like, considering everything that happens in the world, Europe just feels the most, like, the warmest place, you know? Like, the place where it's, like, politicians still give at least some facts about you, you know? Like, at least a little bit. The thing is that when it comes to making a decision, it's not as easy as it used to be back in 2019, obviously. Obviously. Considering everything that happens, yeah. Like, okay. As Sakura said, when I was talking about growing countries, he said China. Obviously, I would say China should be one of the most, like, quality of life countries, I would guess. The problem is that I would not want to live in a socialistic country. Back in 2019, you could literally go to any country, you would be able to live a good life either way, and now everything is just boom, boom. I live in Pakistan, China is at driving distance. Yeah, but so... I mean, what's the problem to move to China? Like, except you have to learn Chinese, which is difficult. I mean, actually, China is a great option. The only thing I don't like about China is socialism. That's it. But it's like personal preference. As they are not so open to the idea of light-skinned people. Okay. I mean, is this that bad? I don't think, like, I would say probably USA has a much worse situation, isn't it? At least that's what I have heard. Okay, my friends that are the same skin color as me. Okay. Is it? I can't believe it's that bad. How to move to China? They went there and told them people were taking pictures with them. What the hell? That's ridiculous. Can I get quick summary? Oh, I know how can I do that. aistudio.google.com. Let's go. Oh, typo. North Korea, bro. It's I'll just okay. What is the best option to move from Pakistan? Okay, no, oops. I'll say it differently. How difficult it is to move to China from Pakistan to study embedded systems. Let's go. As all things should be. I knew you would love it. Sakura, you're from Asia? You know German? It's not German, it's Deutsch, right? Fuck that, like, in my language it's always, like, it's literally... Oh no, it's not German, it's also... Damn, fuck that. Like, it's difficult. By the way, I was recently in Vienna. No, it's such a cool city, like... I came to my friend on a birthday. Like, we were here and it's so pretty, like, I don't know. So Pilgrim is Deutsch? I have no idea. Yeah, Vienna is cool. Yeah, Vienna is like really great city. Majority of the population speaks Deutsch in the background. No Sakura. Okay, let's read this one. Let's read this one, right? Moving to China from Pakistan to study embedded systems is moderately challenging, but definitely achievable. Note that, with proper planning and preparation, the difficulty level can be broken down in several aspects. Factors that can make it easier: strong bilateral relations. What does bilateral mean? Having or relating to two sides, affecting both sides, involving two parties, especially countries. Okay, Pakistan and China have very strong diplomatic and economic ties. Okay. Growing Pakistan community. Affordability. Quality of better system education. China is global leader. Yeah. English art programs. Many top Chinese universities now offer master's and PhD programs in engineering fields, including embedded systems, taught entirely in English. Well, this mitigates the immediate need. Is it like... I'm curious about the cost of it. This mitigates the immediate need to be fluent in Mandarin for academic purposes. Factors that can make it more challenging. Language barrier, okay. Visa process and documentation. While potentially another smoother due to good relations, the visa application X1 for long-term study still requires meticulous. Okay, yet another word. Showing great attention to details. Okay, interesting. Documentation. Admission letter, some form, medical specification, police clearance, financial statement. No, not everything. Informigo. Any error can cause delays. Degree attends from HEC and MOFA in Pakistan is a mandatory and sometimes lengthy process. Okay, cultural difference. Significant difference in social norms, food, communication styles, and general way of life can lead to culture shock. Food can be measured. Okay, whatever. Academic rigor and system. Chinese university can be very demanding. The teaching style might also differ from what you're used to. Competition for top universities and scholars is high. Internet restriction, finding the right program university, financial planning, initial adaptation. I see nothing said about racism or something like that. China is spending a lot of money in Pakistan pretty much, and Pakistan helps China in other manners, specifically UN related. What does UN mean? It's actually, I never heard about. United Nations? Oh, okay, yeah. Is it this, right? But how do you help in this regard? I can't really say. Learning German is easier than learning Mandarin, come on. Yeah, that's obvious. I'm going from one Asian country to another, hell no. Like, why do you hate it that much? Like, is it really that bad? How is there is an index? It's quality of life, I guess, right? Quality of life index. $121, $190. Okay, okay. How is it calculated? The quality of life index estimates the overall quality of life in a city or country, considering factors such as purchasing power, pollution, housing affordability, cost of living, safety, healthcare quality, commute times, and climate. Sounds like a reasonable factors to account. A higher value index indicates a better quality of life. The index based on data and user survey collected by reflecting the perception and experiences of website visitors. Okay, so it's just, it can be biased, right? Number strives to provide a... Okay. In no way is it bad in China, like, it can be the same level as Ukraine, like, ain't no way. the environment they have is too suffocating for me. Okay, I can agree with that. The culture is too competitive. Yeah, everyone is dragging you down by the leg in a way, for me at least. I mean, that's true, but I guess that, like, it depends on how you will react to this. Like, on the other hand, you will be much more in a much more rough environment. You're gonna become much stronger, I would say. Right? So if it's really competitive, you would there is a bigger chance that you'll just grow faster. Is estimated by political situation? No way it's that good at USA. That's also true. Like, look at this. It ain't no way it's like 190. (2024). Wait. It has grown by what, by 8? No. By 12. Ain't no way. By 12 units. Yes, there is something wrong about it. Quality of life index. There is something wrong about it. You can charge for the ambulance issues and pick you up and drove you to the hospital. I mean, bro, it's like the same scene in You. Like, I can't tell for sure, but I have never called the ambulance for now. But as far as I know, if you call the ambulance, you'll have to pay for it. Either way, they will just not take you. Canada is just chilling. Look, Canada. 166. It's okay. I mean, is there any other way to calculate quality of life? How is life? Explore map. What about you? Create your index. No thanks. Huh? Life satisfaction. What is it? How do I see index? Oh, so we are here, right? Damn, it's so weird. Who the fuck come up with such UX? Like, it's terrible. Housing income. Create your better life index. Generate differences. Woman, man. What the hell is that? Why is it so complicated? Why can't it be just single table? Index. Topics. Okay, income. I can't choose a country, seriously? China. Oh, I see. Yes, Tom got that index growth. Makes sense. I think life is much more chill in Canada compared to US, that's for sure. When you're too smart, you try to think on your own. Why are you so mean, Sakura? Try to think on your own. Bro just tries to find different perspectives on a difficult problem and you just try to think on your own. Where to be born index? What? The where to be born index, formerly known as a quality of life. Why do they change quality of life to where to be born? It's such a weird name. Like, was last published in Economist Intelligence Unit? What the hell? 2016. It's like doesn't matter absolutely. Quality of life. 2023. Okay, we can ask AI, right? It's biased, we all know that, but at least it's something. Compare quality of life in such countries as Canada, Germany, China. What else? Is it all? Okay, Sakura also said Russia, right? Yes, and those tables don't want that. If you are born in Pakistan, the quality of life just decreases automatically, of course. I mean, that's why it's called quality of life, right? Have to choose right server when starting game, Finland, Austria. Did you have a choice, guys? That's ridiculous. I didn't have one. Okay, I guess what can we add? I would add Japan. I would like to add Japan. Also, probably USA. Right, Finland, Austria right now. Finland, yes, Austria. Is it enough? I guess it's enough. Uh, make it short. Just the most important. How the hell do I write it? Important. Rice. Nice, nice, nice. Important information. I hate typos. Information. Make a tier list, right? Let's go. Let's go. Important. Don't bully me. Okay, here's a brief overview. Nice. Key information. Finland and Austria are considered top ranked, excellent public services, healthcare, education, high safety, strong social support, good work-life balance, clean environment. Yeah, seems reasonable. Canada and Germany, very high quality of life, robust universal healthcare, good education systems, strong economics, relatively safe, good social safety nets. Germany often has better work-life balance. Canada is known for multiculturalism. Japan, high quality of life in terms of safety, health outcomes, and public services. High pressure society however known for intense work culture, high pressure society and conformity. Okay, USA, high opportunities and innovation, leading universities, however quality of life is very uneven. Expensive healthcare, high inequality, lower social safety net than other top-tier countries, issue with gun violence and often work-centric culture. China, rapidly improving material standards for many, economic dynamism. Okay, however, significant challenges with population, intense work culture, 996. What does 996 mean? It's like an hours? Working system. Okay, from 9 to 9, 6 days per week. Whoa, that's insane. That's just insane. I would kill myself immediately. Okay, I would not, but it's just insane. Limited personal freedoms. Okay, yeah. And uneven access to quality healthcare and education. Russia, lower quality of life compared to other listed. That's what I told you, like, faces challenges with healthcare, access, quality, political freedoms, economic stability, and social protections. Though it has strong education system in certain fields. Yeah, like, there are a lot of good programmers from like, Slavic countries in general. Tier list. S tier, Finland, Austria. A tier, Canada, Germany, Japan. B tier, USA. C tier, China. D tier, Russia. Okay, so here we go. Limited personal freedom. I mean, it's socialism, like, okay, I'm not sure if that's the problem, but it's probably the problem, like, social credits is like the part of it. The fact that you can't access the internet out of China, like, your internet is so limited. Finland is a bunch of alcoholics. Oh, bro, it just describes the whole Europe in all sentence, like, you can, like, you just take any country from Europe, say it's just a bunch of alcoholics, and it will just make total sense, like. So, Austria as it is. Alcoholics doesn't. Germany has a huge drinking culture. Bro, like every single Europe country. Just trust me. Like, you'll just ask which country is famous for its beer, and they will like tell you Czech Republic, Germany, what else? Ireland, Slovakia, Austria. Then you will ask about wines, right? And so on. So I guess Austria is the best one. I guess I wonder the climate in Finland. Climate. Can I get average? It's record highs, I need average. 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 6.5? The warmest annual average temperature is 6.5? What the hell? The warmest annual... What the hell? Is it that bad? Okay. It's cold, yeah. What do you expect? Yeah. And cold as Canada? As cold as Canada? No, Canada is warmer. Average. Climate. This is like 20 degrees. It's pretty much like most of the cities are located at the south of the Canada, right? And it's located relatively on the same level as Europe. So maps.google.com. Right? So, like, where is it? Toronto, right? If you make a straight line, it's pretty much the same as in France. Like, it should be pretty warm there. I mean, obviously there are also important factors like vines, streams, right? Mountains and so on, but generally it should be pretty much the same. Well, Canada is big. Near USA it's warm. Near North Pole it's cold. Yeah, but nobody lives here, like... Nobody lives here, basically. Everyone lives on this thin line, like... Canada is quite cold, to be honest. Take a look at this. Give me a minute. Daytime maximum temperature. But it's not like... Is it Toronto? How do I have no idea. Are those states? I don't know which to pick. Ontario, that's where Toronto is. Okay. And what is the state of Finland? Capital, it's not the state, it's capital. Helsinki? Central Finland. Okay, also it's the south, right? So it's gonna be warmer here. What region is it? How can I tell? Well, Linux was born. Whatever. Like anybody cares. What should I choose? Okay, center Finland, I don't care. Daily maximum temperature. Hours of sunshine. It's like what, 30% more? 50? 40? Anyway, just pick Austria and have a nice life. Like, obviously. The choice is obvious. That's throughout the year. Yeah, I understand. So it's like an average considering the winter and the summer. The website is quite nice for weather comparison, to be honest. I always use it. Okay. I mean, I can't share that that experience, right? It wasn't good for me, but okay. Okay, guys, it's like half an hour until I have an interview. I want to quickly solve it. Like, quickly solve it. That's throughout the year. Yeah. I mean, there's a problem. Like, sometimes you guys just go for it. Sometimes, like, you can pick average, right? But it could be that it's UK, right? And you have, like, -10 at winter and +10 at summer, right? Or it can be, I don't know, like, some Central Africa where you have -50 at winter and... Okay, it's not -50 at winter, it's like cold, real cold at night, you know? Which also does matter. I would say it's the most crucial fact. I'm just settled on Germany, is it? Okay. I'm actually interested, what's the population of Austria? I guess I was already... 9 million. Okay, so it's like 8 times less, right? Germany. I'm coming to meet you, get ready. I'm absolutely ready, man. Ready as never. I mean, it's always cool when you have an excuse to travel around Europe. Like, after moving here from Ukraine, there are also a lot of my friends who moved to different countries in Europe. It's like, every time traveling to them is, I don't know, it's just such a joyful experience. Okay. Okay. I need to solve it. But it doesn't work. Why? I have no idea. Like, absolutely none. Output 7, expected 10. You know? Tell me. Your code sucks. Bro, thank you. Like, honestly, until, like, the moment before I wrote it, I had no idea. Like, honestly. Like, the moment... like, the moment I wrote this title, I honestly had no idea it's gonna be that bad. Like, really. Why the hell is it here? Give me a tip why my code provides... Okay. I'm trying to solve the... How is it called? Description. Okay, I'll just pass the code. Go. To solve the problem. Me a tip why my code provides doesn't. Go old school way, debug it. I'm kind of anxious about time left. I would also want to prepare before the interview. I want to eat a bit and I also need to install Zoom and so on. Why my code doesn't work the way it should. Don't give me the straight answer. That's all. Let's fucking go. Okay, it syncs hard. Okay, let's look at this. A common pattern in sliding window problem is to expand the window, usually by moving the right pointer. Check if the window is valid. If valid, see if the best solution found so far. If not valid, shrink the window, usually by moving the left pointer L until it becomes valid again. Consider the point in your loop where your window L r-n after r has been potentially incremented is valid, meaning it uses k or fewer flips. Is its length being considered for best at the moment? Or are you only updating best under more restrictive conditions? Think about what happens if the longest sequence occurs and you still have counter more than 0 remaining, so let's check this out. Ain't no way, it didn't help me. I guess I'll need to think about it and not just oh. Let's try this out one more time. Still doesn't work. Okay, that's upsetting. What happens if longest sequence occurs and you still have flips counter more than 0? Or if sequence ends with 1? Okay, no, actually, I'll do it later, because I'm really don't want to be late. I'll do it by myself. Okay, so thank you for coming. It was a nice little stream.